and be taken at face value, because there's no way to differentiate potentially between someone grabbing someone out of a car who is masked and a Proud Boy versus grabbing someone out of a car who actually has law enforcement on their side. Is this an actual problem across the country?
It's such a problem. You don't have to believe me. Believe the FBI. Trump's own FBI put a bulletin out that said this has become a problem. You have to identify yourself as a DHS official when you're engaged in official conduct, because criminals have been using this to terrorize and victimize the most vulnerable amongst us, because they've seen that no one's asking questions, and this administration will not hold their own officials accountable. So the FBI, Trump's FBI, put out a bulletin to your exact point saying you have to stop this because it's allowing criminals to engage in criminal behavior.
So why didn't, what was the response to that?
So I think it just came out this week, but we have to start seeing. My letter with Dan Goldman was saying, do what the law requires you to do what regulations require you to do, which is when you are engaging in an arrest, you have to identify yourself as. That is the baseline that anyone should expect when these things are happening throughout the country, and that's what we want to push the administration to do. Follow the regulations. Make sure you're identifying yourself when you're in public, engaged in arresting individuals.
But where does this kind of end now? Because a lot of people feel we have a lawless paramilitary force in this country that's kind of acting on the behest of the president, maybe through whatever cabinet secretary. But at the end of the day, we don't know who these people are. We don't know under what authority they're acting, and they're hiding themselves. There's no accountability. As
they belong in a loony bin.
Worried about the increased danger it's posing. Where does this end? Where are we going to keep going with this president unchecked?
Well, the people are the red line in this country. In a democracy, the people are the red line.
Midterms.
All of our officials, representatives, accountable. That's what we're doing in Congress, but we need everyone across the country to say this is wrong.
Addresses both sides.
There's a number of bills that we've introduced and that I'm a co-sponsor of that says do the basics that law enforcement here in New York and across the country has to do on a daily basis. Identification, letting people know who you are when you're engaging with them. That should be the baseline. We just want those same standards for ICE, for DHS. We think that's a simple ask. Republicans can join us, but here's the thing. They have to find some courage. Right? They have to find some courage to stand up against this administration.
You're asking for a lot. You're asking for a lot.
Anger in the country. You were talking to people that you've spoken to. I hear it from people every single day in a district where over 40% of the people were born outside the country. There is anger and justifiable anger. We need everyone in this country to find the courage, to find their voice to speak up against it. That's what I'm going to do every single day. That's what my Democratic colleagues are going to do every day. But we need all the American people in on this fight.
Congressman Rob Menendez, thank you so much
Great
for
to see
being
you.
with us tonight.